All right, so it's back on this little rainy Tuesday as we just kind of, you want to rain on a Tuesday, you're not going to get a lot of complaints.
No, I mean, it's fine. It's just,
It's what's all good.
Yeah.
Who's doing something on a Tuesday? It's not going to really mess up graduation plans and outdoor
That's
events.
a great point.
Yeah. And I had Mondays and Tuesdays off for like 19 years because I worked weekends. So those were my days off. So I feel for you.
If you happen to have those days off.
I now don't, so I don't care. So.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I care a little less than I used to, though.
Yeah, right. A little bit of fog out there, and it may be dense in a few spots, and there's like light fog across Maine and New Hampshire, but as you can see, in a few areas it may be down below a mile, so you might encounter that. You'll also probably encounter some rain, as you can see over southern and western Maine, also over in New Hampshire. Radar is detecting some rainfall, and you can see this action is moving to the north, and we'll be moving into the Lewiston area in an hour, and then getting into Augusta and eventually over to Bangor. And there's more off to the west too, so if you don't see any showers right now or in the next couple of hours, you will at some point. A good idea to leave the house with an umbrella. Lower 50s right now, Bangor 51, Portland 53. Only a few communities, Greenville, Millinocket, Holton, and Calais, in the 40s early on this morning. On the weather map, we have a stationary front to our south, so the warm air has been pressed back down into the mid-Atlantic. Today's highs are only going to be around 60. And then there's some steady rain in upstate New York, and a lot of this will be marching east throughout the day. After this front passes, though, which will be about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, we'll clear out overnight, and tomorrow and Thursday with this high around, man, they're going to be sweet. And they're going to be a lot warmer, too. We're going to be up around 80 degrees. So a wet start with lots of mist and a few areas of rain. There's going to be some fog, which might get a little dense before we get to sun up. It'll be gray and gloomy through the middle of the day. There will be scattered showers out there, also a few downpours out there, and temperatures that won't be much better than 60. I will say, though, I think this 60 for a high today will actually feel fairly comfortable, if not mild. It's not going to be like a really chilly and raw 60 degrees. There's going to be barely any wind today. It'll be actually coming out of the southwest later this afternoon, so that's a pretty decent direction. This evening, cloudy, drizzle possible, not a ton of rain, but late in the evening, there'll be a line of thunderstorms coming out of western New England where there's going to be sun and where there's going to be warmer temperatures. But as they get to Maine, as you can see with this cooler air, it's probably going to fall apart. You could see a late evening rumble out there. High normally 72, not even close today. A lot of towns in the upper 50s to around 60, all of us in that group. Tomorrow, the high builds in, the front's off the coast. It's sunny, it's warmer. Thursday is the same thing. Lots of sunshine out there and highs around 80. This front comes through Thursday night, probably a dry frontal passage. Friday still looks good, but cooler, near 70 with partly sunny skies. Guess what, folks? That front is coming back north a little bit. Looks like we're going to end up with some rain, or at least a threat for it, Saturday morning. And then we'll clear out Saturday afternoon and get a good Father's Day. So that's how I see it now for the weekend. More drops on a Saturday morning. Seas 3 to 4 feet, east winds 5 to 15 knots. There's your 7-day forecast. Showers likely 60, 80 tomorrow, 80-ish on Thursday. Friday about 70 degrees, still looking good. And then we get some rain to greet us on a Saturday morning. I do think it does move out pretty quickly, though, and will dry out Saturday afternoon. And Father's Day itself, sunshine, pleasant temperatures up close to 70. I
don't usually hold you responsible for the weather. I will
This
say
time
this, though.
this time you are.
Well, yesterday you were way too positive. You were
I
not
know.
yourself yesterday.
Well,
I don't know what happened.
Well, I had just, returned from a men's retreat where my mind and
to
body
go back
were
to normal.
in some other medium.
Grumpy got in her back, because you never would have called for that. Yeah, normal Todd would not have done that.
I'm trying to
You were way too optimistic.
change.
And now look what happened. Mother Nature goes, ha! Now it's going to rain. I blame you.